What's going on, everybody? We're going to be talking about debt settlement today and this new campaign that is available for everybody who wants to participate in it. But debt settlement for us is people who are looking for help to actually offset their unsecured debt that they're currently having on their or their credit report that's putting them in a very vulnerable position. Now, following the pandemic, I don't know a lot of you guys realize this, but a lot of people didn't have income. They didn't have income. So what a lot of them did was they lived off their credit cards. Some of them took out loans. Some of them just did all types of things to just get by. And unfortunately, what this is going to cause in the future is going to be an overwhelming number of people that are unable to actually pay back that debt. And what ends up happening is they default. And when they default, that goes bad on their credit report, which ends up dropping their score, making it harder for them to ever get loans or ever get financing ever again in the future. So what we're trying to do is we want to help these people. And what that means specifically is we want to help them offset their balance that they currently owe, negotiate on their behalf with all of the credit bureaus as well as all of the creditors so we can actually help them reduce that overall expense. And then we want to help them settle. And when we help them settle, this is pretty much the end of the debt settlement process. And this is what allows them to essentially write all that stuff off and have a fresh start again, where they don't have to be overwhelmed with those massive payments and all of that negativity on their credit report. Now, for us, we're dialing currently in about 22 states for debt settlement. Now, in addition to debt settlement, we also do credit repair. We do payday loans. Those would be the big three that I'm talking about specifically. Now, these types of debt that I'm going into, like credit cards, personal loans, payday loans, these are all considered unsecured debt. And anybody who doesn't know the difference between secured and unsecured debt, let me make it clear for you. So when you think about getting a car and you take out a loan to buy that car, that would be considered a secured loan. And the reason why that's a secured loan is in the event that you ever defaulted on that loan, they could come take the car back. But when you think about credit cards, personal loans, things like that, what can they take back? They can cut off the card and make sure that you can't spend anymore. But what are they going to take back? Honestly, there's nothing for them to take back. So this is considered unsecured debt. And this is the easiest way for us to be able to help people, because unsecured debt, you have a lot more negotiating power because they can either get something or they can get nothing. So what we're going to do is put them in a better position where they're able to get something. And we can pay back these creditors that were lending out this money back as much as possible in order to put them in a decent position, as well as put the person that actually took out that credit or took out that loan in a better position as well. So this is what we're looking for. Now, a lot of you guys are thinking to yourselves, I want to be able to just sell calls. That's not what we're looking for, you guys. I need at least 1 out of 8, 1 out of 10 max of these calls to actually convert in some type of plan. We will be able to help place these calls in the right place that they need to go. So if credit repair is a better option for somebody, we'll send the call there. If debt settlement is a better option for somebody, we'll send the traffic there. If they have payday loans, we'll send the traffic there. Now, our minimums, for example, we want nobody with less than $8,000 in unsecured debt. Okay, 8,000 is our number. We don't require the whole 10,000, but 8,000 is the minimum. So if that's 6,000 in credit cards, you got 1,000 in payday loans, and then you got $1,000 in personal loans. That's okay. We can definitely help you out there, but it has to be the cumulative amount of all the unsecured debt. It has to be all the unsecured debt. It cannot just be, hey, I got 6,000 here and that's it. It has to be the cumulative of everything for the full minimum. Now, if they have $8,000 in just credit card debt, that's more than okay. We'll take those all day long. Actually, I want those all day long if we can. The buffer for this campaign, we are dialing currently on a 120. So we will be able to pass that off to everybody as well that's going to be plugged into the feed. But that 120 is after connect. That doesn't include dialing and all that type of stuff. We want to make sure that these calls connect. They stay on the phone. They need to be on the phone, but we need these calls to back out. So if you send 10 billables, there needs to be at least one conversion of somebody going on to a plan. That's what we're looking for. No less than that. If we have less than that, unfortunately, this won't be a sustainable campaign for your team or ours in order to make sure that the CPA backs out to where it needs to. Now, as far as payouts, you guys, let's have a conversation. If you guys are doing massive volumes on debt settlement, we're willing to pay more for these calls. We need these calls. We want these calls. And if you have good calls, we're willing to pay for them. But you can't tell me what the market is. We do a lot of volume, you guys, so we want to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Roughly right now, we're paying about $25 a call on 120-second buffer. Now, if you have data, that is what your payout would be. Now, if you need data, we have this on DDV as well. If you want to jump on our DDV campaign, where we'll go ahead and cover the cost of the data and everything, and you just have to provide us a list of your agents for your team in order to generate these calls, and you'll get paid a commission on those. Everything's pretty much outlined into the EDM CRM. If you guys have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, your campaign manager, or whoever's assisting you in getting you onboarded. We'll be more than happy to help you guys out or answer any questions that you have. We appreciate everybody taking the time. Have a fantastic day. Take care, everybody.